in this video, we're going to be opening 1,000 of the new seasonal lucky chests coming to Clash Royale. So here is the first one. Let's see what it does. It upgrades to a 3-star and we get 125 mini packets. Not bad. So basically, lucky drops are getting a complete rework and they are becoming lucky chests. So in a way, this keeps the good stuff from the lucky drops. 2,000 skeleton dragons. That was a bit hypocritical. Good stuff from the lucky drops. But anyway, what I was saying, this keeps that same ability to upgrade your rewards with lucky drops and then combines it with what we got in terms of chests. So it's a pretty decent compromise. I'm curious to see what all of your thoughts will be about it. But before we get into the video, I would just like to remind you all that this is the Clash Royale developer build and that things are subject to change and that you will not actually be able to open 1,000 of these in game. This is just purely for the sake of showing off the update content. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and start. So basically there are different kinds of lucky chests and the seasonal lucky chest is going to be one of these variations. Now, how these seasonal lucky chests works is that it will vary depending on the season. So because this is like the Halloween season, you can see this chest is decorated with a skull. It's got some candles on it and it kind of looks like a dungeon castle thing. It looks really cool. It's very aesthetically pleasing if you ask me. And that's another thing about the seasonal lucky chest is that you can get cosmetics through them. Now, is a banner from a 4-star lucky drop good? No, absolutely not. However, I do believe that the cosmetics from these lucky chests are exclusive. I think that might be the case. I'm not entirely sure. Do not quote me on that. But of course, through these lucky chests, you are getting a bunch of other stuff. See, that's a much better 4-star right there. 5 night witches, that's very solid. And then with the 5 stars, you can get other cool things like evolution shards, a full evolution, things of that nature. Those of course are very rare, but they are possible to get. Now with these seasonal lucky chests, you can get them for free. I believe there will be a certain amount that you can get every season if you do everything and maximize your progression every single day. However, you will also be able to get these for gems as well. So this honestly is a somewhat decent use for gems. I do not know what the price of gems will be for these lucky chests, but that is an option with these seasonal lucky chests, which is very cool, honestly. We haven't really had a good use for gems besides emotes in a long time, especially since they took global tournaments out of the game. So I think that's a pretty cool feature. Another thing with these seasonal lucky chests is that I do not believe there are any magic items that are available from these. I believe it is just purely cosmetics like the banners. I believe emotes as well. And then cards. I believe you can get champions out of these in terms of being the rarest card. Oh, evolution shards, of course. That's a magic item, right? Yeah, evolution shards are magic items. So yeah, those are available. And the evolution shards that you can get through these drops will change depending on what the season is. So the evolution shards that you can get out of this seasonal lucky drop will change during the November season when there are new evolutions that are added for that season. I believe that is how that works. There's a lot of details with these. It's pretty wild. So of course there are these seasonal lucky chests, but there are of course the other lucky chests as well. There are 2 other types of lucky chests. There is the common lucky chest and the magic lucky chest as well. So apparently the magic lucky chest is basically just like the old lucky drop, just kind of redesigned as a chest aesthetic. And then the common lucky chest is a lower tier to the normal lucky drop where you can get things like gold and cards. But those magic lucky chests can contain things like magic items, like your wild cards, your books, things of that nature. Overall, will this be a buff or nerf to progression? I honestly do not know. I do not have exact numbers of anything right now. I have not done any math. I do not know. Ooh, pretty banner. Nice. I have not done any sort of math or calculations to determine what progression is going to be like, but this adds a lot of variety to the things that you are getting from battles, which I do think is pretty cool. Overall, oh, a 5-star. Ooh, evolution shard. So this right here is the evolution shard for the evolved skeleton army. Right now, I cannot show gameplay of this. That will come in a future sneak peek, but that is one of the evolutions that is coming in the next season. So yeah, evolution shard from a 5-star, that's pretty solid. The fact that you can still get evolution shards from this is pretty cool. Of course, those are going to be very rare. You're going to be getting them in the 5-star, and yeah, but it's cool. You know, it's another way to get evolution shards that wasn't in the game before. Also, we are still only on the first 100 right now. We have a lot more to go. I've mainly just been yapping, explaining the concept of what lucky chests are. They're basically just rebranded lucky drops, and the seasonal lucky chest is just another variation of lucky chests attuned to that particular season. Another thing I'm going to be doing over the course of this video is counting the number of 5 stars that we get out of 1,000. So far, we got 2 out of 100, which is a 2% drop rate, making them pretty rare, I can't lie. But I want to see if that chance stays the same throughout the rest of the video. So we're going to be keeping track of those, and yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. I'm also going to be keeping track of the rewards that we get from the 5 stars. So the first one, we got 2,000 skeleton dragons, and the second one, we got an evolved skeleton army shard. So those are both very different in terms of what they provide, but yeah, we're going to be keeping track of those. So without further ado, let's go ahead and do a little time lapse thingy and yeah, see what we can get. Oh, also one other thing I forgot to mention is that you're gonna see repeats of the cards that we're unlocking quite frequently because the seasonal lucky chests have specific cards that you can unlock. You've probably seen me get Inferno Towers a lot. You've probably seen me get Bombers a lot and other skeleton cards quite a bit. I think you've seen Arrows quite a bit. That's because the card pool, 5-star, 5 Boss Bandits. Whoa, okay. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. But yes, what I was saying is that there is a limited card pool for the seasonal lucky chests. It is not the entire 100 and whatever 6-7, but it's a limited pool. It's not the entire card pool. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, we got 2,000 arrows right there. Ooh, oh, that's really bad. Okay, I don't know how I feel about getting 2,000 of a common card, because in the one before that we got 2,000 arrows. I don't know how I feel about that. Like the Evo Skeleton Army Shard and the 5 Boss Bandits have been by far the best of these seasonal lucky drops. I just hope that we get back on track with that and don't get any more of the common cards. Oh, another one. There we go. So for that one, we got ourselves the Evo Royal Ghost. Again, this is another one I cannot show the gameplay to, but just know that a Royal Ghost evolution is coming in this season. That's exactly what we need. We need Evo shards. We don't need 2,000 skeleton dragons. We don't even need 500 skeleton dragons. I also wish these 4 stars were better. Let's see what we get from this one. 1,000 arrows. Yeah, the 4 stars just ain't cutting it. I imagine there is a chance to get some sort of legendary or champion from 4 stars, but it must be incredibly rare because we have not even sniffed that yet. I guess the best things we've gotten from the 4 stars are the banners, but again, those don't benefit you throughout the game apart from cosmetic. They don't help you in terms of your progression. Of course, the cards do help you with your progression, but Clash Royale is dominated by things like evolutions and broken cards, like vines and goblin giant decks that make me want to absolutely die. 25 epic cards is solid from one of them. It's solid. It's not the best. If I get something that's super interesting from a 4-star, then I will let you all know, because we need something interesting. I keep getting a lot of 4 stars. You are probably seeing through my time lapses, 4 stars are very common here. I'm just not getting anything out of them. I'm also not getting any 1 stars hardly at all. I don't know what's up with that. I mean, I'm not complaining about that, but it's weird. There is a 1-star. Are 1 stars like more rare than 5 stars? So we just crossed the 300 mark and we still only have the 6 5-stars. So that percentage just shot down an absolute bunch. Hopefully we get some more in this next 100. Ooh. What? Well, I asked for another 5-star. I got another 5-star. It just so happens to be garbage. Also, I want to address something, just something interesting. A lot of people think that Supercell controls what us content creators say in our videos because we have creator codes and they like use that as leverage. That is not the case at all. We have free speech as content creators. Now, we can't just go like totally off the rails and just like be a bad person, but like me calling a 5-star drop with 50 skeleton armies garbage, it's not like Supercell's gonna come hunting for me and take my creator code. I am allowed to criticize the game fully. I'm allowed to criticize decision making and balancing and updates and all of that stuff. And so far, these 5-star drops are not proving to be great. They just are not. In general, these rewards, yeah, they give you good progression for these cards, but the card pool with these lucky drops, lucky chests, is incredibly limited. And I don't know how I feel about that. I guess I keep forgetting that the other lucky chests are still in the game. There are other lucky chests where you still get the entire card pool of the entire game. And this lucky chest will be gone by the end of October. So if you're tired of getting poisons from 3 stars or tired of getting mini P.E.K.K.A.s, then you won't have to worry about that come November. But for an entire month, you're going to be getting an excess amount of these cards, and that's just the way it's going to be. I think this is a cool concept. I just don't know if the execution is the best that it could be. If I could change anything, I would change the drops of the 4 and the 5 stars. Because right now they are feeling pretty lackluster, unless you get Evo shards or champions. And from what I've seen so far, that seems like it's not as likely to happen as getting 50 skeleton armies, 2,000 arrows, 2,000 whatever the heck, skeleton dragons. But yeah, let's keep opening. We're not even halfway there. We have a lot more opening to do. Ooh, 5-star. Yeah, these 5 stars are not it. They are not it at all. I wonder if there's a chance to get a full evolution from a 5-star. There might be. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna bet all my money, which ain't a lot, but I'm gonna bet all my money that the next 5-star is gonna be a full evolution. I just feel like it's time. There's another banner. That's the first 4-star that's gotten a banner in ages. But yeah, I'm betting all my money the next 5 stars of evolution, a full one. And if it is, that also means you have to subscribe. And if it is not a full evolution, then you still have to subscribe. You know why? Because I said so. And you have to use code SolarFury, but I know all of you are doing that anyway, right? I lost all my money. My bet failed. However, I said that you all still have to subscribe anyway and use code SolarFury. So, I benefit somewhat from this, but my bank account is gone. Ooh! Ooh! I get so excited when I see a 5-star, and then I get immediately sad after. That was officially our 10th 5-star, and we are a little bit over the 500 mark. I guess in terms of drop rates, that's kind of what I expected. But again, considering what I'm getting in them, I feel like the drop rate should be higher for them, genuinely. If it was like guaranteed to get some sort of magic item like a book or to get evolutions more frequently, I would be okay with only getting 10 out of 500. But that is not the case at all. Very far from it. Ooh, another one. There we go. Oh my gosh. Finally. Another evolution shard. That's what I love to see. Ooh, ooh. Also, just so you all know, we are like at the 700 point. Ooh, emote. Hello there. Huh. But yeah, we're around the 700 mark, probably around 750 or something. And that was the champion drop or 5-star drop number 13. I want to see if we can get to 15. I think that would be ideal. Let's see if that happens. Oh, there we go. That was 1,000. That did not seem like 1,000. I guess it's just because I was flying by them, but yeah. Okay, so now that we have gone through 1,000, I have a list of things that I want to read y'all from the 5 stars that we got. We got 2,000 skeleton dragons, an evolved skeleton army shard, 5 boss bandits, 2,000 arrows, 2,000 minions, an Evo royal ghost shard, 50 skeleton armies, 2,000 skeletons, 2,000 bombers, 500 bomb towers, 1 Evo skeleton army shard, 2,000 skeleton dragons, and a royal ghost emote. That was what we got from the 5 stars out of 1,000 in total. Not the greatest. But yeah, that was a massive opening of the new seasonal lucky chest. If you enjoyed, leave a like. Be sure to subscribe as well. Be sure to watch this video on screen right here. I'm sure you'll enjoy it just as much as this one. See you all in the next video.